Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mark, and I'm here with you for another live stream class. Yay! Before I do anything, I need to know if you can see me. I need to know if you can hear me. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is A-okay. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please say yes in the chat so I know everything is how it should be. Boars says yes, thank you, buddy. Boars says yes. Katie says yes, thank you, Katie. Isabel, hello, how are you today? Katie says yes, great. Hannah says yes, thank you, Hannah. Ava, hello, hello. Mwah. Ava is in the house. Emmeline, hello. Emmeline says yes. Carlos, howdy, howdy. Long time no see, Carlos. Carlos says yes. Mercy, hello, Mercy. Mercy says yes. Diva says yes. Okay, great. Great to see you because, of course, without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your time and your support. So I really appreciate that. And as you know, we always start our class with a toast. Whatever you're drinking, pick it up. And I have my trusty old orange tumbler filled with black coffee. And it is Colombian coffee, right, Emmeline? No, Isabel. Are you here from Colombia? Anyways, we're going to have 3 toasts. Yes, 3 toasts. Our first toast is for the green team. Yes, they support me. They support the channel financially every month. So let's give the green team a big thank you. Here we go. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Our second toast, it is for Boars. You see Boars. His name is in Blueberry. He's here. He's helping you. He's helping me. He is the moderator of the chat. He is here he's here out of the goodness of his heart. He has a big, big heart. And so we are thankful for you, Boars. So thank you very much. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. And our third toast, yes, it's for you because without you, there's no reason for me to be here. So let's toast to you. Let's toast to a fun, interesting, informative, and productive lesson today. Cheers, bump, cheers, bump. And because we had a toast, we have to have a drink. Bottoms up. Okay, good. Well, talk about today's lesson plan, right? We're here to practice our English together, so it's important to know what we're going to do today, right? We always start our class with an idiom. I will write an idiom on the board, and you will make sentences using that idiom. Then after that, this is Sunday here in Japan. I live in Japan. It is Sunday morning, and we always do phrasal verbs, and we describe pictures using a certain pattern and a theme, right? So after the idiom, we will do some phrasal verbs, actually 9 phrasal verbs. We will watch a video that will introduce us to the phrasal verbs. Then there's a worksheet where we can make sentences using the phrasal verbs. And the topic is gardening. Gardening, yeah, we like plants, we like vegetables, we like fruit. So we're gonna use phrasal verbs that relate to gardening. And then our picture description activity the theme is daily activities, and we're going to make sentences using comparative adjectives, right? So we're going to put an ER after the adjective, or we're going to use more. For longer adjectives, we're going to use more. For short adjectives, we're going to use ER, right? Faster than. I'm faster than my daughters. I'm faster than my wife. Yes, okay. So that's what we're doing today. I hope you are ready to practice with me and with the chat, right? So we practice in the chat. We make sentences in the chat. Boris is here. I'm here. We're going to help you with your sentences. And the more sentences you write in the chat, the more you are practicing and you are helping other people at the same time, right? We learn by examples. So the more examples in the chat, the more learning will happen. So please participate in the chat. And you must be a subscriber. And you must be a subscriber to enter the chat. I do that to keep the bots out, to keep the spamming out, so we have a safe and fun place to practice our English together. So we're going to have fun. It's going to be safe. You can make mistakes. That's no problem, right? Don't worry about making mistakes. We are here helping each other. So that's why you must be a subscriber. When I open it up to everyone, bots come in, people spam. So by making it only subscribers, that keeps the bots out, that keeps the spamming out. So we have a safe and fun place to practice our English together. So if you want Boris to check your sentences, if you want me to check your sentences, please subscribe to my channel. Okay. That's enough of today's introduction. Let's get right to it. And we always start with an idiom. And today's idiom is dine out. Dine out. If you know what it means, write it in the chat. What does dine out mean? What is that idiom? What does it mean, dine out? If you know what it means, write it in the chat. And Boris is putting some links to help me out. So thank you so much, Boris. Boris is a big help. He helps me. He helps you. He is a great guy. Okay, so our first activity is our idiom, dine out. If you know what it means, write it in the chat. Dine out. Yeah, okay, good, Boris. Katie, you got it? Yeah, that's what it means. It's not difficult to understand, is it? Helga, yeah, good. Yep, no problem with this idiom. So, eat out, not in your home. Eat out. Dine out means eat out. And of course, we have to make sentences, right? We want to use dine out in a sentence. So we are guaranteed to be able to use it in real life, right? So we're practicing making sentences so you can remember and know how to use it in sentence form, right? So it's not just knowing what it means, it's being able to use it in a sentence, right? That is how you really know how and whatever. So if you could use it in a sentence, then you could use it anytime, right? Okay, so my sentence is, he dined out for a change. Or we, sorry, my bad writing. We dined out for a change. We dined out for a change. That's my sentence. Right, for a change, right? It doesn't happen often, right? It doesn't happen often. We usually eat at home. We usually make our own meals at home. We do our own cooking, but we dined out for a change. So not the usual, right? For a change, not the usual. We dined out for a change. Okay, let's see your sentences. Oh, Carlos, good. Good, Carlos. I think maybe a lot of people say like, go out. Let's go out to eat, right? So maybe most people, or you've heard like, hey, let's go out to eat. I don't want to cook tonight. Let's go out to eat. But we could say dine out as well, right? Iman, don't worry about our lunch today. We're going to dine out. Good, good, Iman. Hello, Iman. How are you today? Carlos, let's dine out tomorrow. Good sentence, Carlos. Eva, I don't want to cook any meals today. Let's dine out. Okay, so, okay, Ava, we're going to change your sentence a little bit here. Let's make it a little smoother. Let's make it a little simpler. Okay, here we go, Ava. I don't want to cook today. I don't want to cook today. Let's dine out. I don't want to cook today. Let's dine out. Boris. You got it. That's it. That is a very true statement there. These days, dining out is quite expensive. Like having a meal at a fancy restaurant costs a lot of money. That is very true. So I think more people are cooking at home these days. Yeah. Helga, I haven't dined out for a long time. Okay. My hay fever is just a little, it's holding on. It's getting better every day, but it's still a little bit. I still have a little bit of a cough. Mercy, yesterday I went, we don't have to use went or go, right? So Mercy, yesterday we dined out with my library friends to a new restaurant. Here we go, Mercy. We're going to change your sentence a little bit, Mercy. Yesterday, I dined out at a new restaurant with my library friends. Yesterday, I dined out with my library friends at a new restaurant. Yesterday, I dined out with my library friends at a new restaurant. Carlos, we would like to dine out tomorrow. Oh, sorry. Would you? Sorry, Carlos. Would you like to dine out tomorrow would you like to dine out with me tomorrow? So let's put tomorrow at the end there, Carlos. Would you like to dine out with me tomorrow? Hannah, I'm tired of cooking, so I'll just go and dine out. Okay, remember, we don't need go with dine out. So it means already, you're going already. So we don't have, it's kind of repetitious, right? We say go out to eat or dine out. So either say, let's go out to eat, let's dine out. Okay, so let's go out to eat. So you need more words. Using go out to eat. You need 4 words, but just 2 for dine out, right? Let's dine out. Let's go out to eat, right? So you can cut the words in half by using dine out, right? So 2 separate expressions. So some of you are using go with dine out. Don't use go with dine out. Katie, instead of leftovers, let's dine out and enjoy something fresh. Sumayet, hello. Ava, I don't want to cook today. Let's dine out. Yes. Diva, let's go out let's go out to eat. So these are expressions So you're kind of mixing expressions with a normal, or I'm not sure how to say it, but go out for eating is not natural, Diva. So that does not sound natural. So just let's go out to eat. Go out to eat. Let's go out to eat. So just keep it in the just the present tense there. Go out to eat. So when you say let's go out to eat, that means you are eating out. Diva, do you want to dine out with? Do you want to dine out with me? Yeah, good sentence, Diva. Do you want to dine out with me? That's good. Okay, good, Carlos. Would you like to dine out with me tomorrow? Perfect. Mercy. Okay, good, Mercy. Yesterday, I dined out with my library friends at a new restaurant. Perfect, very natural, very smooth. Great sentence, Mercy. Henna, I'm tired of cooking, so I'll dine out tonight. Good. Helga, I like dining out at a pizzeria not far from my house. Yes, good. Okay, 2 more minutes. I'm looking at the clock. 2 minutes. Great sentences, everyone. Well done. You guys are doing great, but we got to keep moving ahead. If you want to keep using the idiom, dine out, go ahead, but we need to move to the next activity. So I'm putting a time, I'm setting the timer for 2 minutes, and then after 2 minutes, we're going to change to the next activity. But like I said, if you want to continue using dine out in sentences, don't stop. Okay, but I will change activities in 2 minutes. Let's see, Sumayet. Okay, good, Sumayet. Diva, do you want to dine out with me? Good. Iman, dining out these days is so expensive. Good sentence. Katie, every weekend they dined out. Okay, now every weekend, now Katie, that is a repeated action. So we use the present tense. We don't use the past tense. So every weekend they dine out. Last weekend they dined out, right? In the past, it's finished, right? So we use the past tense. But if it's repeated action every weekend, that means it just continues, then we're just going to use the simple tense, dine out. Zed, I will dine out with my family. So we want to use the future tense there. I will dine out with my family. Good, Carlos. Carlos is encouraging everyone. Thank you, Carlos. That's what we have here in our chat. Friendly people. We encourage each other. We help each other. Boars is helping us. I help you, and we help each other in the chat. So thank you, Boars. Boars is saying, good job, everyone. We are encouraging each other. We're helping each other. We're giving confidence to each other, right? When you are learning a new language, confidence is very important, right? Don't be shy. Don't worry about mistakes. Use confidence, and you will do better, actually. Okay, that is 2 minutes. We will go to our next activity, but if you want to keep using the sentence, or if you want to keep using this idiom and make sentences, don't let me stop you. Keep going. But I'm going to introduce our next activity. Phrasal verbs. 9 phrasal verbs. 9 phrasal verbs. And the topic is gardening. Gardening, right? We like flowers, we like vegetables, we like fruit. That is gardening. right? Growing plants, growing flowers, growing vegetables, growing fruit. That is gardening. I have a little, I don't really have a garden, but I have a raspberry bush, and I will be getting raspberries very soon. It's flowering now. So that might be my little garden, but it's wild. Basically, I don't have to do anything. It's perfect gardening. I don't have to do anything. It's there, and it lives by itself. It bears fruit by itself. I just pick it and I'm happy. Okay, so phrasal verbs, gardening, and we're going to watch a video. The video will introduce us to the phrasal verbs, and then we have a worksheet to practice. All right. So I guess we should check out the video. Check out the 9 phrasal verbs, and remember what a phrasal verb is. It is a verb plus a preposition. So we dine out, sort of a phrasal verb, but phrasal verbs can be used in many different situations, right? So you might see the same phrasal verb, but the topic is cooking, or the topic is gardening, or the topic is sports, right? We can't really use dine out in other topics. We use it for eating, going to restaurants, but you can't use dine out for gardening. You can't use dine out for sports, right? Where phrasal verbs are more versatile in that situation or in that context, right? So you might see the same phrasal verb, but it's used in sports, it's used in cooking, it's used in making friends, it's used in using a computer, right? So that's the difference between idioms and phrasal verbs. And one more time, phrasal verb is a verb plus a preposition. A preposition shows position, like up, down, through, in, out, over, under, and so forth. Position. Okay, good. All right, so let's do it. So let's check out the video, and the video will introduce us to the 9 phrasal verbs. Let's go. It's going to be right there. And poof, there it is. Oh, let's bring it back. Stop. Okay, here we go. Gardening, phrasal verbs. Let's say the phrasal verbs, and then I will talk about the meaning of the phrasal verbs. Okay, our first phrasal verb, dig up. Dig up means remove something from the ground. Remove something from the ground. So maybe you have a shovel and you're digging it up. You're digging it up, and like, let's dig up the weeds. Let's dig up the old roots. Let's dig up those rocks in our garden. Okay, so you're removing something from the ground. Dig up the gold. Let's dig up the gold. Let's dig up the buried treasure. Okay, water down. Add water to make weaker. Add water to make weaker. So maybe he has, a garden needs like fertilizer, for example. Fertilizer, not chemical, but like natural things that will help your plants grow. So fertilizer helps your flowers and plants and vegetables and fruit to grow better and faster. Nutrients for those plants, food for those plants. But maybe they're strong, right? So maybe they're strong. So you mix it with water. You mix it with water to water it down so you won't harm your plants. If the fertilizer is too strong, too potent, you need to water it down so you will not harm your flowers, your plants. Sprout up. Sprout up, begin to grow quickly, right? So they just sprout up. So maybe like after a rain, you'll see weeds. Oh, I hate the weeds, but weeds are always sprout up after the rain. And so those weeds, for example, they're dormant in the soil. They're kind of like in seed form in a way. They're just sitting in the soil, sitting in your garden, and as soon as it rains, boom, they sprout up and they grow quickly, and you go, oh no, I have to weed the garden again. Okay, here we go. Weed out. Weed out. We just talked about weeds, right? Weed out. Remove unwanted plants. Remove unwanted plants. So you have a garden and you're growing tomatoes. You only want tomatoes in that area. So you weed out the unwanted plants. I don't need that, like dandelions and little things that sprout up, little plants that sprout up that you do not want there in your garden. So you weed them out. Pull them out, weed them out. Cut back, reduce the amount or size. Reduce the amount or size. So you cut back, or like pruning. So for example, my raspberry bushes. So in winter, I cut them back for, the plant kind of goes into hibernation. It goes to sleep in winter. And so I cut back all the, some of the branches and all the leaves, and it's just twigs. And it's good for the plant because there's less exposure to the elements. And so it's sleeping, and raspberries, it's all in the roots. It's all under the ground, right? And so cut back everything on top. Just leave little the main I don't know, branch, whatever it's called. And I cut back all the little branches and leaves in the winter. And then in spring, like now, then it starts sprouting new branches and leaves, and then it'll start making raspberries soon. So that's the life cycle. That's the cycle of the raspberry, the raspberry plant. Okay, grow into, develop into something, grow into. So you have a seed, you go to the nursery, you go to the home center, and you want to plant some tomatoes, for example. So you buy the seeds, you put them in the ground, and those seeds grow into tomato plants. Or you buy some seeds, carrot seeds, and those carrot seeds grow into carrots. Or you buy seeds for chili peppers or bell peppers, hot peppers, and those seeds grow into peppers or bell peppers or whatever you want to grow. Start with a seed. Dry out. Dry out. Become too dry. Too dry. T-O-O. negative. So TOO is a negative. Where very can be positive. TOO can be, well, most of the time it's negative. Right? It's too dry. Plants cannot grow there. Plants cannot grow there because it's too dry. Negative, right? Put in, plant something, right? So put in, we're going to put in some roses. We're going to put in some shrubbery. We're going to put in some trees. We're going to put in some flowers. We're going to put in some vegetables. Look after. Okay, this is number 9, our last one. Look after. Look after. Take care of. Take care of. So you are, every day you're looking at your plants. You're looking at your flowers. You're looking after them. You're watching them. Make sure everything's okay. Make sure they have enough water. Make sure they are looking healthy and happy. So look after your plants to make sure they are healthy and happy. Okay, good. Okay, now we will review them. We will now say them together. We will say the phrasal verbs together. Are you ready? And then after we say them, we will then do the worksheet. You will make sentences. I'm doing this to get my throat ready so I don't have to cough. Here we go. Let's say them together. Thank you so much, Boris. Here we go. Let's say the phrasal verbs together. Dig up. Dig up. Water down. Water down. Sprout up. Sprout up. Weed out. Weed out. Cut back. Cut back. Grow into. Grow into. Dry out. Dry out. Put in. Put in. Look after. Look after. All right. Great, 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 great. Now we will do our worksheet and make sentences using the idiom, or the phrasal verbs. These phrasal verbs. Okay, so we looked at the video, we saw, we practiced, we pronounced the phrasal verbs from the video. Now we will do the worksheet, that is doing sentences, making sentences. Oh, Carlos, jalapeno plants. Woo! Spicy, spicy jalapeno. I like habanero. I like habanero peppers. Okay, let's check out the worksheet. And it's on my Patreon. I think Boris, yeah, right there, Patreon. Support me there so I can support you here. All the worksheets you see here are there, plus many others. I just put 2 worksheets this morning. And our second activity, which is describe the picture, I did a recording, a voice recording. So you can listen to my sentences to check your sentences, or you, of course, you make your own sentences, but you can use my voice recording to help you, right? So I'm here to help you. Go to my Patreon, support me there so I can support you here. Okay, here we go. Let's check out the worksheet. There it is, right there. Yeah, phrasal verb, gardening. Okay, so what we will do, we will review the phrasal verbs, and then under the phrasal verbs, the second part of the worksheet, we have example sentences. After we look at the example sentences, then you will make your own sentences using the phrasal verbs. Okay, here we go. Here are the phrasal verbs one more time. Dig up, remove something from the ground. Water down, add water to make weaker. Sprout up, begin to grow quickly. 4, weed out, remove unwanted plants. Cut back, reduce the amount or size. Grow into, develop into something. Dry out, become too dry. Put in, plant something. Look after, take care of. Now let's check out the example sentences here. And I'm going to make it larger for these sentences. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Let's say there's 9, but we can't see all 9 right now. Number 1, we dug up the old tree roots. We dug up the old tree roots. The phrasal verb dig up. 2, he watered down the fertilizer. He watered down the fertilizer. Phrasal verb, water down. 3, flowers sprouted up after the rain. Flowers sprouted up after the rain. Sprout up. 4, we weeded out the dead plants. We weeded out the dead plants. Weed out. 5, we cut back the branches to help the tree grow. We cut back the branches to help the tree grow. Cut back. 6, the seeds grew into tomato plants. The seeds grew into tomato plants. Grow into. 7, the soil dried out in the sun. The soil dried out in the sun. Dry out. 8, we put in new roses last weekend. We put in new roses last weekend. Put in, we got one more, number 9. She looks after the garden every day. She looks after the garden every day. Phrasal verb, look after. Okay, there we go. Make it back a little smaller now. So now it's your turn. It's your turn. Right, we have 9 phrasal verbs. Carlos is here. Carlos is here. That's true. Boris is here. I'm here to help you with your sentences. So I will put the worksheet back up. Use those phrasal verbs. Practice making sentences with them. Okay? All right. So let's make sentences. Here we go. Carlos, I look after my jalapeno plant. Isabel, I put in avocado. Good. Okay, that's a good question. So Helga, says to water down, weak, watery. I would say that's more for like food, watery. So, for example, oh, your pasta is watery, right? So you didn't, when you made spaghetti, you didn't drain enough water from your sauce, so the sauce is watery. So I would say that's more for food. So yeah, so we wouldn't say the fertilizer is watery. I mean, I guess you can, but watered down. So watery is more, I think, for cooking, for food. But I mean, we could use it in many situations, but here the fertilizer we wouldn't say is watery. Okay, Hannah, I've been gardening the whole day today and I'm too tired. I'll just dine out instead. Okay, good, Hannah. Hannah is always doing that. That's great. I always commend Hannah. I always give her roses. I give her applause. I give her work well done, right? So what Hannah did, she used our idiom with the phrasal verbs, right? So that's great. Making connections. When you make connections, you're going to remember it better. Your brain likes making connections, right? For example, you put a face and a name together and you're making a connection, right? Someone's face, someone's name, and you're putting it together. Your brain likes doing that. So just like many other things that you do in your life, learning a language is no different, right? So the more connections you make, like take an image with the word, putting it together, you're going to remember it better. And I always say this, it's easy to forget, difficult to remember. It's difficult to remember. That's our goal. That's what we want to do. So if you can make connections, you're going to remember better, and that's going to help you use English. Yeah, good job, Hannah. Okay, Carlos, I will weed out the flower beds tomorrow. Good. Mercy, wait a month and then you can dig up the roots. Don't forget to water it down. Good, Mercy. Water it down. Or the roots, water them down. If you're talking about roots, then you should say water them down, meaning the roots. Carlos, I dig up all the bushes and put it in. Put is Carlos, put is an irregular verb and it's put. So there's no ed there, putted. So I dug up, so D-U-G, so we want put it in the past there. Okay, Carlos, I dug, D-U-G, I dug up all the bushes and put in roses. Okay, so put is, there's no difference between past tense and present tense. All right, so, but dig, past tense is dug, D-U-G. Okay, so one more time, Carlos. I dug up all the bushes and put in roses. Helga, I thought weak is not strong. That's true. That is true. But you said watery. You don't have to use it with. So watery, it depends on the situation. Iman. You need to look after your plants. If you don't do so, they are going to dry out. Then you will need to put in new ones. Great, Iman. Lots of phrasal verbs in that. Very good. Well done, Iman. Kading. Dig up and cut off all the old roots of the tree. Okay, Katie, dig up and cut off all the old roots of the tree. Bores. In the past, we needed to dig up soil for our plants, but today technology has pushed the envelope and greatly helped us. With hydroponics technology, we can grow plants without soil. Yeah, a long time ago, we had a hydroponic garden. My father had one. Helga, dig up the garden and remove unwanted plants and weeds. Yes. Katie, this plant doesn't need water. Watered down so often. So Katie, water down means to make weaker, something weaker, like, so you're watering down something. So like water down the fertilizer, water down the plant food, water down the weed killer, right? So you're not watering down the plant itself, right? So Katie, this plant doesn't need water down. So you don't use water down for the plants. You use water down for the things to help the plant, or other things, right? Fertilizer, weed killer, I don't know, like things to help the plant. So things to help the plant, you water down to make it weaker, because maybe it's concentrated. Maybe it's, full power, and you don't want that concentrated. You don't want it that strong. So you water it down to make it weaker, the fertilizer or the weed killer. Okay? So Katie, this plant doesn't need to be watered so often. So watered. Okay, Helga, it is better to water down plants early in the morning. Yeah, okay, so the same thing. So watered down is not for the plant itself. It's for other things, like to help the plant grow or to kill the unwanted plants. Okay, Mercy, wait a month and then you can dig up the roots. Don't forget to water them down. Thanks. Yep. Carlos, I dug up all the bushes and put in roses. Very good. Hey, Alex, how are you? Alex is here. Katie, different plants grow into my garden every year. Isabel, I dig up the dry leaves of my plants. Now, dig up means remove from the ground. So, Isabel, dig up, you're removing from the ground, but leaves are on the plants. So we don't use dig up in that situation. So you take out. So I take out I remove. I remove the dry leaves from my plants. I remove the dry leaves from my plants. I do that too with my raspberries. So one more time. I remove the dry leaves from my plants. Helga, after spring rains, plants sprout up. Good. Okay, good, Katie. Yeah. So Boris, you're using, so that So that's the thing about phrasal verbs compared to idioms. So we can use phrasal verbs in different contexts. So what Boris did, he's using the phrasal verbs that we're using for gardening, and he's using them to represent a different situation, right? Or a different context. So for example, Boris says, my boss weeded me out, so remove, in a rude way. Kind of like how he picked dandelions from his yard. So he weeded me out, meaning he took me away, and Boris says in a rude way. So maybe in front of Boris's colleagues, in front of his co-workers, get out of here, you're good for nothing. You're just like a dandelion growing in my garden, growing in my driveway. I don't need you. So that's being rude, right? So the thing about phrasal verbs, you can use them in different situations, right? So good job. But today we're using these phrasal verbs for gardening. Okay, we're using them for gardening, but they can be used in different contexts, in different situations. Okay, I'm looking at the clock. We still have another worksheet. So let's go, let's do another 3 minutes, okay? Let's do another 3 minutes, and then we are going to do our next activity, okay? So 3 minutes to make your sentences using the worksheet, and then we will do our next activity, okay? So here we go, 3 minutes, write your sentences. Okay, good morning, Key. Helga, the seedlings will grow into strong plants with fruit. Good. Yuki-non, hello Yuki-non. Kinda like. Kinda like, yeah, so like is more of, kinda means a little, right? It means a little, and or similar, and like is the same thing. So kinda like, you're using it as meaning similar, and you can use them together. It's kind of like when I was in my grandfather's house. So you're comparing, kind of like you're comparing it with something else. Gardening, we're using gardening, we're practicing. Gardening is kind of like life. If you take care of something, it will grow strong, right? So my children are kind of like gardening. I need to feed them. I need to take care of them. I have to look over them every day so they grow into good human beings, right? So similar, you're using it. Gardening is kind of like my job. I have to weed out the bad people. I don't know. So you're comparing things. You are, kind of comparing things. Comparing one thing with another, but they're different, right? So you're not comparing apples and oranges, or you're not comparing fruits and more, I don't know. So kinda like. So you can use them together. Karin, he cut back the branches of his bonsai tree like a surgeon. Yep. These old guys do that here in Japan. Okay, that's our 3 minutes. I'll just finish up reading your sentences. Helga, put in cucumbers, water, and look after them. Good. Mercy, I was happy when I saw the zinnias sprouting up. Good. You're very welcome, Yukino. My pleasure. I'm here to do that. I'm here to help you. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so let's go ahead and go to our go to our next activity. Okay, good job. On my Patreon worksheets. Oh, let's check the box. We did the worksheet. Good job. Okay, now let's go to our next worksheet, and that is describe the pictures. Describe the pictures. So number 3. Describe the pictures, and our theme is our topic, daily activities, daily activities. And we're going to make sentences using comparatives, comparative adjectives. Okay, so that is adjectives, and we put an ER, like big, bigger, slow, slower. Okay, and we're going to compare 2 people, right? So we're going to compare 2 people. He is taller than me, right? Or she is brighter than him. Okay, so we're going to compare 2 people, and the adjectives have an ER, or if they're longer, they have more syllables, then we have to use more, like more beautiful, beautiful, like 3. Beautiful has 3 syllables, and so we need to use more. But adjectives with 2 syllables or 1 syllable, then we put an ER, like fast, faster, slow, slower. Okay. Anyways, let's have a look at the worksheet, and on the worksheet there's more explanation. Okay, so let's do it. Let's check out the worksheet. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, so I got a cough. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so our topic is daily activities, and we're going to compare people. And here are the directions. I'm going to make it larger. Okay, here we go. So look at the pictures. There are nine pictures. Use adjectives to compare two people or things. Short adjectives. Adjective plus er. For example, fast, faster. And then we use an. So he is faster than her. Or my father is faster than my mother. Okay? And then long adjectives like three syllables or more, then we need more. So more beautiful, more, I can't think of any, but longer adjectives with more syllables, we use more. So for example, so more plus adjective plus than. For example, more careful than. My wife is more careful than me. Okay? And so we're going to look at the pictures. We're going to make sentences. Yeah? We're going to say, we're going to describe the picture by speaking, and then you will make sentences. All right? So let's make it a little bit smaller here. And here, so at the bottom, you make your sentences. So I wake up earlier than my friend. Okay? So let's look at the pictures. Let's make sentences. Let's describe. Let's first, First, let's say the sentence. First, let's first speak, describe the pictures. Okay, we're not going to write sentences at first. We're going to we're going to describe the pictures with our voice, not make sentences, but use our voice to describe the pictures. Okay, that's first part one. Okay, so let's say them together. Let's describe them together with our voices. Okay, so here we go. Number one, the daily activity is wake up early. Let's describe the picture. I wake up earlier than my friend, for example. I wake up earlier than my friend. 2, make breakfast better. She makes breakfast better than her friend. 3, brush teeth more carefully. He brushes his, we need his teeth, we need his there. He brushes his teeth more carefully than his friend. He brushes his teeth more carefully than his friend. Number 4, take a shower quicker. Take a shower quicker. I take a shower quicker than my children. I take a shower quicker than my children. 5, pack a lunch more neatly. My mother packs a lunch more neatly than my father. My mother packs a lunch more neatly than my father. 6, walk to the bus stop more slowly. Walk to the bus stop more slowly. She walks to the bus stop more slowly than her friend. Okay, we got 3 more here. Work harder. Work harder. She works harder than the boss. She works harder than the boss. 8, finish tasks faster. Finish tasks faster. She finishes tasks faster than her co-workers. She finishes tasks faster than her co-workers. 9. Go to bed later. Go to bed later. She goes to bed later than her husband. She goes to bed later than her husband. Okay, these are examples, right? Now, after we said the sentences, right? We spoke, we described the pictures out loud. That's what I was looking for. Out loud. That was the word I wanted. I was searching for that particular word. Okay, we described the pictures out loud, right? Not in our head, not typing, but with our voice out loud. We described the pictures out loud together. Now, let's make sentences together. Let's make sentences together describing the pictures, right? Let's make sentences describing the pictures. Comparing two people. Comparing two people. There are the 9 daily activities. Describe two people. Describe two people using comparative adjectives. Okay, Helga. My friend wakes up earlier than me. Good. Carlos, my son wakes up earlier than me. Helga, she makes breakfast better than her friend. He brushes his teeth more carefully than his friend. Hoya, hello Hoya, my wife makes breakfast better than me. Helga, men take a shower quicker than women, maybe. I guess it depends what you're doing in the shower. Are you just soaping up, or are you washing your hair, taking off the makeup, doing a shampoo and a rinse, right? So what are you doing in the shower? No, tell me, what are the 3 S's of hygiene? Oh, maybe like not, one is not in the shower. Shower, shave. Those are the 3 S's you're talking about? The S-H-I-T. Shower, shave. Or, I don't know, the order. Okay, Boris, good. Iman, she wakes up earlier than her children. Helga, the father packs a lunch more neatly than the mother. Carlos, she works harder than her boss. Good. Okay, so we're comparing two people. Good job, everyone. I like the sentences. Iman, he makes breakfast better than his wife. Katie, I go to bed later than my sister. Hannah, today I'll dig out some old tree roots, weed up some grass, put in some seeds, and water it down so it's going to grow faster. I'll be too tired to cook tonight. I'll just dine out. There you go, Boris. Yep. Good, Hannah. I like it. Hannah, by helping yourself, you're helping other people, right? So this is another thing, right? I repeat myself a lot because I think it's good to think about it every day, right? So what you're doing, like for example, Hannah, she's helping herself, right? She's using all these, she's practicing what we've been talking about, right? Combining, making connections with the different activities we're doing. And she's helping herself by doing that, right? So she's thinking hard about it, making connections. But what she's also doing, she's giving great examples and helping others too, right? So by participating in the chat, by writing sentences in the chat, you're helping yourself, of course, because you are making sentences, you're practicing your English. And by doing that, you're helping others because they will see your sentences. They will see the vocabulary you used, the ideas you used. And so that's going to help everyone understand better, getting more ideas, getting more vocabulary, reading, right? So by what we're doing is you're reading other people's sentences. And so by doing that, reading other people's sentences, you're seeing the grammar, you're seeing vocabulary, you're seeing how the sentence is put together. And that is helping you, it's helping me, it's helping everybody. So good job, Hannah. Keep it up. Yuki non, I work harder than the majority of my coworkers. Great. Oh, okay, Diva, shorter. ER there. My sister is shorter than me, right? So remember at the worksheet on top, we have the pattern there. Adjective plus ER. Shorter than. Okay, Iman. It walks to the bus stop more quickly than his owner. Okay, remember we're using ER. Quickly, that's an adverb, not adjective. So, quicker. So, the dog walks to the bus stop quicker than his owner. Okay, Iman? I think it's a dog, right? It walks to the bus stop quicker than his owner. So remember, we're using adjectives, not the ly adverbs. Where the quickly, there's no more. There's no, so it's just, you're not comparing. You're just saying, the dog walks quickly to the bus stop. So we're comparing two things, two people. We're using ER plus than. Isabel, she made breakfast better than her friend. Isabel? She made, M-A-D-E, she made breakfast better than her friend. So more is for longer adjectives, 3 syllables. Okay, so it's good and better. So good, and then for comparative, we have to use better, better than. Okay, Diva, same thing. Diva, shorter. So 1 syllable in short. So it's shorter. Isabel, he brushes. We need the, so yeah, so number 3 is a little tough. So let me write it out. So number 3 is a little, because we have to use the possessive adjective. So his teeth. He brushes his teeth. Now, brush, that's a verb. Whoops, whoops, whoops. So brush is a verb. Okay, so we're going to put brushes. So he brushes his teeth. So we would say, I brush my teeth. We brush our teeth. I brush my teeth. She brushes her teeth. So I brush my teeth. So it's a little different, right? So because it's third person, he, and the verb needs the S. So brushes, and then first person I, and there's no S. I brush. And then we need my teeth. And then we need the comparative, then we need the adjective better than. So he brushes his teeth better than his friend. Or is it better? I forgot what it is. Let's see. Carefully. Okay, now so carefully has 3. Carefully. He brushed. More careful. Brushes more carefully. Yeah. So we. Hold on. I just told Iman. So careful, more careful. Brushes his tail more carefully. Yeah, okay, so I have to get back to, there's some, it's case by case, like I don't know why. Anyways, need to go back in the chat and actually look at what I think it was Iman said. More quicker. The dog walks to the bus stop quicker. So quick. So that's one. Okay, so careful. Okay, when you do like, so if the adjective has more than 2 syllables, you need more, right? Careful has 2 syllables. Careful. Fast has 1. Okay, so, but here we're using carefully, describing how the person brushed their teeth. So I guess we're using it. I guess we could use adverbs and adjectives to compare. So, carefully. That's three syllables. So we use more carefully. Let's look at slowly, more slow. Let's see, walk to the bus stop slower. Maybe okay, I have to look back. Maybe there's a mistake. Well, real quick, I just want to finish this, and then if we have questions about adverbs and adjectives, we could talk about that. But real quick, with who am I helping right now? I forgot the person. So anyways, when we're talking about like brushing teeth, we use brushing my teeth, brushing his teeth. And the thing is, you just have to remember, because brush is a verb, we need the S there. He brushes his teeth. And then more carefully than his friend. Okay? So that's the point here. And then the others, let's get back to the other adjectives or adverb. I guess, right? Carefully is an adverb describing the action, right? And then walk. Yeah, I need some help here. I need some help. I'm getting confused. Okay, Kate, if you have questions, like put it in the chat and then we'll talk about it. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going right now. Katie, he works harder than your brother. Good sentence. Hannah, he's taller than I expected. Good. Isabel, he works harder than our boss. So we need the S, works. So remember the verb. So the verb work, he works, she works, I work. So remember that the verb with the he, she, you need an S. You need an S. So like number one, he wakes up earlier. She makes breakfast better. He brushes his teeth more carefully. She takes a shower quicker. He packs a lunch more neatly. She walks to the bus stop more slowly. She works harder. She finishes tasks. She goes to bed. So we need the S there. So don't forget the S with the verb. Yeah, Helga. So that's thank you, Helga. So that is a challenge for many people. ER and more, right? So ER, let's say, we can just say for like short adjectives, right? Fast, faster, some car. So the longer, more syllables, then you have the more. So for the longer adjectives with more syllables, right? Just how syllable is how the sound of the word, right? Beautiful, beautiful. And so that's three syllables, so we need more beautiful. The shorter adjectives, tall, taller, short, shorter, fast, faster, smart, smarter, easy, easier. Okay, difficult, difficult, more difficult. Okay, so you just have to be careful if it's longer, you need the more. If it's shorter, you need the ER. Okay, so it's kind of just case by case. There's a rule, right? There is a rule. So one or two syllables, ER. Three or more syllables, more. Okay, how the word is broken down. Okay, let me go back to the chat here. Yeah, more careful. Carlos, my brother is more carefully, okay, more careful than me when driving. So it should be okay, so okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay, so for example, Carlos's sentence, he's not using action. Okay, so Boris, more careful. No, where's Boris? My brother is more careful. So there's no action. It's the be verb, right? My brother is more careful. So the be verb, there's no ly because it's not an action. There's no action happening. It's existence, right? It's the way it is. So you're using a be verb. So Carlos says, my brother is. Okay, there's our be verb. My brother is. There's no action here. So my brother is more careful than me. Okay, so my brother is more careful than me. Okay, so there is our adjective. And comparing, right? We're comparing Boris and his brother. So my brother, Boris is speaking, my brother is more careful than me. Now, if there's action happening, then it's an adverb describing the action. So let's say my brother drives a car. Okay, I'm okay, I'm on the right track now. I got it. Okay, my brother drives. Okay, so drive a car. So let's say drives, and so we have third person, he, right? My brother, he drives. Okay, my brother drives. Now we're gonna compare more. No be verb, right? There's no be verb, there's no is. My brother drives more carefully. Now we're gonna use a adverb because we're describing the action, so we need the ly. And because it is my brother is more careful than me. Okay, so there's a be verb, so we're just using careful. But because there's an action, we need carefully. We need the adverb. Whoops, the me. Okay, so my brother drives more carefully than me. So we're using the ly because there's action right here. There's a verb. Here, it's a be verb. So we're not putting it into the adverb. We're just using careful, more careful. Okay. And yeah, so my brother is more careful than me. And let's say, and so there's three, I'm not sure the vowel or the syllable breakdown, but there's three vowels, right? A, E, I, or A, E, U, and so we're using more. If it's fast, so here, my brother is faster. My brother is faster than me. Now if we put it, now if we, okay, and then if we use drives, my brother drives faster than me. We still use faster. I'm getting more confused. So my brother drives faster than me. My brother drives quicker than me. My brother drives, more beautifully than me. I'm getting confused too, yeah. So slowly, so okay, we're comparing. Okay, I gotta get back on to comparing. Okay, so we are comparing. So if we use the slowly, there's no comparison. So my brother drives slowly. If we're comparing, then we need slower. So my brother drives slowly. Then end of sentence. My brother drives slowly. Period. If we have comparing me, then my brother drives slower than me. Okay? So my brother drives slowly. Period. We're not comparing, we're talking about the brother, right? We're not comparing two people. Comparing two people, we need the then. My brother drives slower than me. If we're just talking about how the brother drives slowly. Confusing. So no, I don't think I'm doing a good job. I'm sorry. But we're comparing two people. Okay? So I think we gotta focus on comparing two people to things. Okay? We gotta just stick to that. Stick to two. One person, comparing. So I think we're getting confused. I think there's sometimes we're not comparing two people. Or we're comparing two people incorrectly. Okay, see Helga now, okay, so we're getting confused. So now Helga, that's as comparison. So that's equal, right? So we're not using equal. So Helga, you're comparing equally. We're not comparing equally here. One is better. Okay? So what we're doing here is we're comparing, but they're not equal. Right? It's not an equal comparison because one is neater. One is quicker in the shower, right? So it's not an equal comparison. So let's don't confuse me. You're confusing me. So so this is not a equal comparison, right? So one person is earlier than the other person. One person is packing a lunch neater than the other person. One person is being more careful than the other person. So it's not an equal comparison. Where Helga brought up, if it's as, it's a equal comparison, but it's not an equal comparison. Okay. Carlos, my brother is more careful than me. My brother drives more carefully. Yeah, good. That's good, Carlos. Yes, Boris. More careful describes a person or thing. More carefully describes an action is happened. Yes, describing the action. Right? So carefully is describing the action. Yeah, okay, good, good. Thank you, Boris. So Boris says we can use an adverbial, like an adverb form mostly at the end. Good, good. Thank you. Sometimes it's hard to, explain. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes it's hard to explain clearly. So I use an adverb. Explain is a verb in action, right? And then, so clearly. I want to explain this clearly to you. Okay, let's see. She carries fragile cardboard more carefully than anyone else. Yes, good. Emphasize in the manner of the action. Yes, exactly. Good, Boris. Yukinon. Organizations around the world say that we should take a quick shower, no more than 5 minutes. I can't take a shower quicker than that. I hear ya. But real quick, what's Yukinon, what we have here in Japan, which is great, we have a great water system where we can turn off the water. So we have a mechanism in our shower. So real quick, so I can take a very quick shower because I can turn off the water and then turn it back on with the lever like this. And it keeps the same heat. So you don't lose your hot water. So I can adjust the water to a temperature. So let's say, for example, I can set the shower water for, I don't know, 35 degrees, for example. You can set it for like 35 degrees. Turn it on, get wet, turn it off, soap up, turn it on, rinse. Turn it off, put on the soap on your face. Turn it on, rinse it, turn it off. So you're not using much water, but you're keeping the water temperature the same, which is really nice. And in winter, there's a heater in the shower. So maybe in the winter, people are using hot water just so that they stay warm in the shower, right? But here in Japan, we have a heater inside the shower. So the shower is warm even if you're not using water. So it's a great technology. Everyone should have this technology. So the water is heated not with the water tank, but the water runs through the heater and then it comes out. And it keeps the water at the same temperature all the time. So there's not a tank of water. The water is running, but running through a heater. And the water's coming in, it's going through the heater and coming out at the same time. Where a water tank, water heater, a water heating, the tank is filled with water and it's heated right in the tank. And then when the water is out, there's no more hot water. But here in Japan, it's not like we don't have the tanks. We have a little unit outside and the water goes through that unit and comes into our shower, and you're able to turn it on and off, turn the water off, and then when you turn the water on, it has that same temperature. So you don't have to keep the water running constantly. You just turn it on, get wet, turn it off, put on your soap, turn it on, rinse the soap. And so I brush my teeth in the shower, right? So I turn off, there's no water, I'm in the shower, but there's no water. I'm not using the shower water. I'm just brushing my teeth, and then, then I turn on the water, rinse out the toothpaste out of my mouth, and then I soap up, then I wash my face, and I'm done. Okay, back to, sorry about that, but Yukino mentioned that, and anyways, that's how we take a shower in Japan. Yeah, so Boris is saying we are talking through this, right? And yeah, and so a lot of times, like, I'll get confused the grammar, right? I'll go, okay, when am I using? Can I use an adverb? And then, oh yeah, yes I can, right? And so anyway, so that is one thing that is difficult for me, or what I do is being able to explain it to you well, explain it to you clearly, and sometimes I get confused myself, like, what? Wait, why am I using an adverb? Can I use an adverb here? And it's like, oh yes, you can, right? And so at first I get kind of confused. Wait, why am I using an adverb? And then I have to think about it. And then you guys are helping me in the chat because you're giving me examples, you're giving me answers. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I remember now. So thank you, Boris. Thank you, everyone, for that, because I get confused. I get like, okay, I can use it, I can't use it, because I have to like kind of explaining it is different than using it, right? So if I'm just talking to my friends at a coffee shop, I'm using the correct grammar naturally, right? So I'm just speaking to my friends, I'm speaking to coworkers, I'm speaking to my class, just naturally. And so I use the grammar naturally because I'm a native English speaker. But when I have to break it down, when I have to explain the parts of the sentence, when I have to explain how to use the grammar, how to use the pattern, then I have to really, then sometimes I get confused. Sometimes I don't know exactly why. And so I have to look in the dictionary. I have to go online, go to Google and find out the answers, right? And then I can explain it to you. And so sometimes this happens in real time, where like I'm making a worksheet and then okay, that is the correct way, but why is it that way? And sometimes I go, okay, I'm not sure why. And so then I go to Google, I go to dictionary, okay, that is why. And then I can explain it to you. But sometimes in real time, right, something comes up, one of you guys writes a sentence, it's wrong, but I'm not sure why it's wrong. And so then in real time, I have to figure it out. So sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. But a lot of times you guys help me because you know the answer. And so, oh, okay, that is the reason why. So I'm sorry, sometimes I'm not as clear as I can be. I don't want to be confusing. I don't want to confuse you. That's what I worry about. I worry about confusing you guys by over-explaining or explaining in a strange way where it's like, what's Mark talking about? I don't understand what he is talking about. So that is my fear. That's what I do not want to do. I do not want to get you guys confused. I'm confused, so I don't want you to be confused. Right? And this is difficult because when to use more, when to use more. So we use more For longer adjectives, words that are longer, we use more. Where the shorter adjectives, we use er. The ones with the less syllables, right? Fast, quick, short, tall, fat. Okay. Diva, thank you so much. Thank you guys, Iman. Thank you. Okay, let's go 2 more minutes, and then on top of the chat, there's a quiz on top of the chat. There's a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. You choose the best word for the sentence. So we'll go 2 more minutes. If you want to write sentences, I will put the worksheet back on the screen. You will not see me. You will see the worksheet. And again, Patreon, go there, support me so I can support you here. And so I'll go 2 minutes, and then we will do the quiz, okay? So I'm going to put 2 minutes here. If you want to, go ahead. If you don't, that's okay. But anyways, I'm going to put the worksheet back on for 2 minutes for your last chance to write sentences. Thank you, Boris. Okay, the clock is ticking down. Here are the pictures. Here are the daily activities. Compare 2 people. Yeah, Carlos, I think most, you know the water heater I'm talking about in Japan? The unit, it's not a water tank. I'm not sure the name, what it's called. Alves, hello, Alves. How are you today? Yeah, so those, Carlos, the water tanks are the worst, right? Because after the family, you know, if you have a few kids in the family and you're the last one to take a shower, you don't get much hot water. Okay. Yeah, it works great, Carlos. That unit that heats the water instantly, it doesn't use a tank. It's just, it heats the water as it passes. It works great. Okay, Yukinon, I should walk to the bus stop more slowly. Right, okay, real quick. So this is good. This is good. So Yukinon. So here is, everyone look at Yukino's sentence. And then I think this will be the last time I will explain this today. We'll come back. We keep, you know, we review things a lot, right? But anyways, I think this is a good way for everyone to understand well. So this is great, Yukino, thank you. So Yukino in her sentence, I should walk to the bus stop more slowly. Okay, now she says in parentheses, here I don't use then. The reason is she's not comparing 2 people. So then is for comparing 2 people or 2 things. Right? So so right there, that is the reason why. So then is for comparing 2 people or things. Then, right? Whoops. That was supposed to be an arrow down there, but that's okay. So then, right? Then is for comparing two people or things. So Yukino did not compare. She just said, she talked about herself. I should walk to the bus stop more slowly, right? She's just talking about herself. She's not comparing two people or two things, right? If you are comparing two people or two things, you need than. And then, for example, if we're going to compare two people, Yukino would say, I walk, should, right? Not should. I walk to the bus stop more slowly than my friend. So Yukino and her friend, two people. Okay? Okay, good. I hope that's clearer for everyone. Oh, Elvis. So Elvis says, when will I be live next? Here is the schedule. Tuesdays. Okay, I live in Japan. I live in Japan. So you have to check your time with my time in Japan. So this is Japan time because I live in Japan. So Tuesdays, 5 p.m. Japan time. Thursdays, 10 a.m. Japan time. Sundays, 10 a.m. Japan time. Today is Sunday here in Japan. We started at 10. It's almost 12. We've been here almost 2 hours. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Boris. There's the times right there. Alves. Boris, his name is in blueberry. Like a blue, a purple, blue, a mix of blue and purple. That is Boris, and he put the time, the times I'm here live. Hey, Raj. Hello. We're finished, Raj. Okay, good, Alvis. Yes, carefully is an adverb. So, Mercy, adverbs describe actions. If it's a be verb, there's no action, right? So, oh, I erased it, but Carlos said, my brother is a good driver. I don't know. My brother is a good driver. So, my brother drives well. So, if there's action, then you need, if you're describing the action, you're using ly. If there's no action, if it's a be verb, then it's just adjective. Okay, you're going to the cow shed. Okay. Cheers, Raj. Okay, everyone, let's go to the quiz now. Okay, let's go to the quiz. Again, the worksheet is on my Patreon. And then, of course, you could ask me questions anytime. So on my Patreon, you could get the worksheets, and you could also send me messages through Patreon. So if you have any question, if you support me on Patreon, and you have a question with any of the worksheets, you can contact me through Patreon, right there on the website, Patreon. Support me there, get all the worksheets. If you have questions about a worksheet, you can just, right there on Patreon, contact me easily on Patreon. So, anyways, okay, let's go to our quiz on top of the chat. So, okay, cheers, Raj. Okay, so on top of the chat, there's a quiz. It's a white box. It's in the white box. It's in a white box. In the white box, there's a sentence. In the sentence, there's a missing word. And you have a choice of 4 words to choose from. Choose the best word for the sentence. Choose the best word for the sentence. Here we go. Let's look up at the quiz. Whoops, let me open it. Okay. Are you ready for the quiz? All right. The sentence is, we need to buy some for the party. We need to buy some for the party. Choose the best word. Is it guests, decorations, invitations, plans? Does the sentence go like this? We need to buy some guests for the party. We need to buy some decorations for the party. We need to buy some invitations for the party. We need to buy some plans for the party. Guests, decorations, invitations, plans. Choose the best word. Good luck. Yes, decorations. Decorations, that is the best word for the sentence. That's the best word. We need to buy some decorations for the party. Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. I want to check out Hannah's sentence. He has to save money, so he starts to stop dining out slowly day by day. He has to save money, so he will stop. So I think will is better, Hannah. He has to save money, so he will stop dining out slowly day by day. Good. Just will, I think, is better because future. Marion, hello, Marion. Good to see Marion in the house. Letitia, hello, Letitia. We will buy some decorations for the party. Yes. Hannah, decorations. Good, good, good. All right. Good job, everyone. The best word for the sentence is decorations. Lamb, we need to buy some decorations for the party. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Good job, everyone. You're welcome, Helga. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Marion, yes, today's my birthday. Mwah. Thank you, Marion. I appreciate it. Yep. So today is my B-day. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, thank you. All right. Mwah. Thank you, everyone. And I got to get back to my birthday party. No, I'm not. Yesterday I had some friends over and barbecued yesterday. So yesterday was kind of like my birthday party. Today, I'm here working. Oh, thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. Thank you, Boris. Thank you, Letitia. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, let's count down and say goodbye together. Before that, I want to say peace and love to you and your family. Be safe, stay healthy. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Helga. Thank you, Diva. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. Thank you so much for your kind support. Okay, I will do that, Boris. Thank you, Alves. Thank you, Raj. Okay, cheers, everyone. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Let's say goodbye. I'll be back on Tuesday, right? I'll be back here on Tuesday, 5 p.m. And then, of course, Thursdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. too. Thank you, Raj. God bless you, too. Cheers, Boris. Boris, thank you so much for your kind. We all appreciate you here, Boris. We all appreciate you here. We appreciate your wonderful input, your wonderful help. Okay, Katie, thank you so much. Okay, we're going to count down. We're going to say goodbye. Thank you, Diva. Thank you, Diva. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, we gotta go. Okay, yeah, Raj. So Raj says 5 p.m. is better for her. So Tuesday, right, Raj? Tuesday for Raj. Okay, here we go. We're counting down. I gotta go. Okay, here we go. Love you, everyone. Peace and love to you and your family. Be safe, stay healthy, smile. When you smile, you're happy, and that's very important to be happy. And you are helping other people become happy because your smile is passed on to them, right? When you smile, they will smile back. So you are sharing happiness. Okay, so here we go. We're counting down. We're saying goodbye together. Thank you so much, everyone. I really, really appreciate everything you do for me. Okay, here we go. We're counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Take it easy. Bye. Thank you.